All right, everyone, what's up? I'm here with Matt from Painted Romans. Did I say your name right?
Definitely.
Okay,
Mats or Mats.
Matt. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're joining me all the way from Norway. It's been a while since I had someone that far away.
Really?
Yeah, last week I had someone from Germany, but other than that, the furthest away I've had somebody was Croatia.
Right. Okay. That's really far
So,
away.
what's that? What'd you say?
That's really far away.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
mean,
was like 9 hours ahead of me, I think.
yeah.
All right, so tell the viewers, just who you are, what you're all about.
Yeah. Well, Painted Romans is basically a long-standing solo act, I like to call it, even though there have been members
Mm-hmm.
coming along for live shows and a few recordings as well. But basically, it started like 15, 16 years ago, uh, right after I had sort of disbanded the old band called Wallpaper Silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
We were like a sort of post punkish new wave band, and we were going from '99 to 2006, and then I
Mm-hmm.
sort of went on my own,
Okay.
um, basically. And it's been musically, it's been a very eclectic ride,
For
really.
sure.
Yeah.
So how'd you come up with your band name, Painted Romans?
Yeah, well, this is where I should have a really great story to tell, right? But basically, after Wallpaper Silhouettes was basically my name. I took that in 1993 when I had a
Mm.
band when I was 10 years old. And I took it from a Ride lyric, the shoegazer band Ride, you know them?
Not really, no.
Right. But I took it from them, and when we stopped playing together, I really wanted to just hold on to that name and keep that name. We were disoriented, and I didn't really feel feel um, influenced. I
Mm.
wasn't inspired in any way at that time. So basically, I picked another name first. It was Blues Child, and then the Blues Child Experiments. Pretty awful name. I mean, we had blues people coming to shows, not knowing what to expect, and they were pretty disappointed. So, but then I was working on some music, and one of the lyrics had this line, "Why do you choose a Roman attitude?" I thought Roman attitude, that doesn't sound very good. So I played with it and went onto MySpace and basically just asked someone there, "What do you think of Painted Romans?"
Mm.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Great. Okay, thanks. So it was Paint Romans was the name, and it didn't take long before I regretted that name.
Oh,
Basically,
really?
I liked it because it didn't sound like a musical band or anything. It
Mm.
sounded more like maybe a book, an art book, academic book,
Mm.
theater play, anything. But it sort of reminded me of Wallpaper Silhouettes. They're both figuratively in a way,
Mm.
illustrative, and but I didn't like it much, and I didn't like the fact it was plural. It should have been painted Roman because
Mm.
it's basically me. But I've just learned to live with it, and come 2020, the year of apocalypse,
Mm.
um, I was making a record called Heart, and that was my one great opportunity to change that name, and I've really considered doing it, because when Heart came out, Painted Romans garnered some interest again. I
Mm.
mean, it had been in total oblivion for a decade. So Heart caught some interest, and people began to know us by that name, and
Mm.
now it's too late, and I live with it. So it has come to mean something to me anyway, and I hope it means something to other people as well. They can put whatever they like into it.
Hmm. So, how did you first get into making your own music?
That was very early. I think I was 7 when I
Mm.
started writing songs. So this must have been in 1990, I think, 1990, thereabout. And I was basically bred on mainly British music,
Hmm.
post-punk, new wave, everything from late 70s to up until that point. My dad had a very large record collection, and
Hmm.
I lived among the records. So that was really what sparked everything, the interest and the passion. So I just had to make my own music
All
at a
right.
very early age.
All right. So, back in May, you released a new album, Song and Century, right?
That's right. Yeah.
How's the reception on it been so far?
Well, I mean, people have been positive about it.
Hmm.
Definitely. It hasn't made a very big impression. I'll be honest
Yeah,
and say that. Yeah, but I like it very much.
I
It's
thought it was
probably
good.
my favorite record, and it sort of it's a record that sort of shows where Painter Romance is going.
Hmm.
So before that, we were doing like very some goth rock
Right.
music, and we were a trio at the time. So what happened last summer, two of us, the two remaining members, we both got sick with COVID,
Hmm.
and this happened basically on the day when we were supposed to start a recording session
Oh
for
no.
a new album, and this album was supposed to be. We were supposed to make it in like just a week,
Yeah.
just plow through everything and make it really rough and tough, much more so than Formation, Memento Mori, those types of songs. What happened? We both got sick, and we sort of drifted apart. And
Hmm.
I was lying on the sofa, re- discovering a slightly different world of music, and that is where Song and Century went.
Hmm.
It was basically just me. It took me 8 months to make that record and make
Oh
it
wow.
sound make it sound like I wanted it to sound. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
All right. Are you working on anything new yet that you haven't put out yet?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I'm writing music, well, pretty much daily. So um, I don't know if I'm gonna put out a new album
Hmm.
soon. I think we live in another time now. It was different 20 years ago, right? You could put
Yeah.
out a CD. An album was the thing, and
Yeah. People are all about singles nowadays. I don't get it. I like albums, but that's just me.
I definitely like albums as well.
I'm
Um,
still that person that goes down to the record store and picks up a CD or a vinyl. Like I want the whole album and I want a physical thing.
yeah, definitely. Singles are okay. Uh, the album tracks in between are
Hmm.
often very special as well.
Oh, absolutely. You
You,
put just like just little filler in between songs to kind of transition from one to the other, and like you don't get that when you just have a single.
you don't, definitely not. When I put out a single, I try to at least have a B side. You can call it that, or a double A side, maybe.
Yeah. What would you
Yeah.
say is the biggest struggle that you're facing right now?
Ooh. Well, I'm looking at where I'm at. This is a town called Trondheim in the
Mhm.
middle of Norway, far from any big city, really. Very peripheral. So I, there's nothing I would like more than to go on the road and tour
Mhm.
by myself, really. So that's a bit of a struggle to get the right connections and the whole machinery to get this going. Really, just to reach out in what is now an overwhelming amount
Mhm.
of music and promotion. It's not easy, and I basically more or less settled on
Mhm.
my own little in my own bubble, my own Facebook page or Instagram, where I know there are a few people who really takes an
Yeah.
interest and try to keep in contact with them. Yeah,
I
and
have a
everything else is a
Yep,
bonus. Yeah.
for sure. I have a question over here in the comments from one of my buddies, Gothish. What would you consider to be a greater success, album sales or critical reception?
Well, uh, I mean, I've had critical reception, positive reception, many times now and in the past. Uh, they don't tend to sell many albums,
Mhm.
right? I mean, having feedback, getting feedback, anything, just a line of feedback
Mhm.
is it's heartwarming. It really is. You feel appreciated. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, knowing that the music can touch someone else wherever on this planet.
Mhm.
I mean, album sales are money, but they also reflect the fact that many people are interested in buying them,
Mhm.
of course. It's, I mean, any support, a follow,
Mhm.
a mention, uh, just anything is
All
greatly
right,
valued. Yeah.
for sure. All right. So I know you mentioned, your father had a huge record collection. Can you think of like one particular artist, one particular song that had like a really big impact on you growing up?
Oh, there's many. I remember when I was I was 5 years old, I think. One of my absolute favorite albums was A Broken Frame by Depeche Mode.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, I would be out playing all day long and come in and just sit down and listen with the headphones
Mhm.
to that every night. Yeah, that's one of many, but yeah, I remember that in particular.
He loves your band name.
Ah, thanks.
So have you done very many live shows as Painted Romans?
And not many. We did, I think, as Wallpaper Silhouettes. Back then, we played
Mhm.
a lot, nationally. We never traveled abroad, although we wanted to.
Mhm.
But with Painted Romans, it was often I struggled with band members. Uh, just the fact that knowing that other people don't really share the same
Mhm.
passion as the songwriter in a group, for instance.
Yeah.
Um, they come and they go. They have other concerns, and so I was very much left on my own there. And I always felt that I couldn't perform the music if I didn't have uh, a band with me
Mm-hmm.
to play all the parts. This has changed, thankfully. So with Song and Century, I'm going in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, let's say, dark folk or something like that. And I'm basically rearranging music now and creating new music that I will be able to perform live without any problem whatsoever.
So, what would you have, like a backing track, and then you'd sit there and sing with the guitar or something?
It
Is
would
that how you do it?
not so much a backing track, noises perhaps. Um, I've grown a bit tired of backing track,
Mm-hmm.
basically. So I want the whole organic feel
Yeah.
of it. Some of the songs are they, they can be folky, but they can be punky as well, right?
Right.
So I want the ability to change the tempo if I
Mm-hmm.
want uh, to
Yeah.
make it come alive.
Oh, Sean
Yeah.
says hi.
Oh, hi, Sean.
Hey, bud. How's it going? All right. Have you had any really weird interactions with a fan?
um, Weird interaction.
Most
I
people have
can't.
at least one story.
Right, right. Well, maybe I don't have many fans.
Or even if it wasn't like necessarily a fan, like did you ever, I don't know, play a show and someone just said something strange to you afterwards or
Oh,
something? Or
well, there was an incident many, many years ago. I think in 2003 or 4 when we played a local show, and this was before the gig, and this woman went on the stage and started yelling in the microphone, and
mm-hmm.
she was naked, the upper body, no clothes on, and bloody and most likely high on something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty surreal. Uh, yeah, very surreal. Thankfully, this was in an age when mobile phones didn't have a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we helped her down, and someone took care of her. Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. She wasn't able to look
I
after
agree.
herself.
That definitely counts as a strange story.
Yeah, I
um,
was worried about my microphone. She was like touching it,
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with blood and everything. Yeah.
All right. This is kind of a weird question. If you were a salad, what kind of dressing would it have?
Oh, well, a mix of olive oil, garlic, salt, and a bit of vinegar and lemon, maybe.
All right.
That would be perfect.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Where can people follow you, keep updated on you, find all your stuff?
The main pages are Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Just search Painted Romans on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. That's basically it. I have a Twitter account as well, but I'm not using that much.
Yeah.
And I did have a website. I couldn't afford the web hosting, so
I
I'm back on.
understand. I'm paying a lot for mine.
Yeah, yeah. I'm back on Blogger, Google Blogspot.
Mm-hmm.
So you can type in paintromans.com and you go to Blogspot. I haven't put anything on it yet,
All right.
basically. Yeah. So the social media pages are the place to go. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take a quick moment here and tell everyone who I have coming up later this week. On Saturday, I have a musician by the name of Jonathan and Christian, who just put out a really cool song with a very emotional video that I really liked. And then on Sunday, I have a band called Palace of Tears. That should be fun also. And check out my merch store. If you use the code HWEEN23, you get 10% off your order up until Halloween. Okay. Yeah, is there anything that you want to say to your fans?
Well, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone who shows an interest, to everyone who listens to the music and yeah, share it with their pals. Yeah.
All right.
Very appreciated.
All right. Was there anything we haven't touched on that you wanted to talk about tonight?
I don't know.
Okay. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless anyone in the comments has any questions, I guess we'll wrap this up. Sean,
Okay, cool.
Gothfish, you guys got anything? Give him a minute, I guess. Let's see. I guess nobody's got anything. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Mott. This was a lot of fun.
Pleasure.
Oh, wait. Well, what, Sean? What you got? All right, we'll see what Sean's got. I bet it's something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. He wants you to play in Kentucky.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, Sean has the Dark Castle Fest, and they put on shows all the time. Looks like they're doing really well.
Yeah,
Looks
for
like,
sure.
Like the place to be, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All
I would love to
right.
do it. It's a costly affair.
Oh, and he wants to collaborate with you.
Definitely, we've talked about it, and we'll probably do. Yeah.
Actually, that's a question I didn't ask. If you could collaborate with anybody, like who would your dream person be to collaborate with?
Well, dream person. That's a good one.
That
I'm
is
not
a good
sure.
one.
Someone from perhaps Mick McNeil, the keyboard player from Simple Minds.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I've been watching some YouTube videos of him doing interviews like this almost, and wow, seems like a terrific guy. Yeah, definitely. And
All
Sean,
right.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Sean. That is a great choice. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This was fun.
Pleasure. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. When you get ready to release some new stuff at some point, maybe I'll have you back on to help promote it.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Drop the bass.